Hey, I'm well. How are you doing? Hey, how are you guys?
I'm really, really well. How are you, Sheetal?
I'm really good. I'm not gonna lie, I might have had a couple of drinks already. That's looking good. Cheers.
So that's okay. So, all right. So, cheers, Sheetal. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you are, and what you do.
Yeah, so right now I'm actually coming to you live from the home island in Orkney. So I really wanted to do this live from the farm that you're getting some of the meat from. But if you go outside, it's a bit windy, it's a bit rainy, so I'm inside. So I'm originally from Orkney, an island north of Scotland, and there's a whole other story as to how an Asian family got onto the island, but we'll save that for another day. And yeah, so as the name suggests, Pakora Explorer. So in Scotland, we go nuts for pakora. It is like the #1 snack food here in Scotland, after chips, I think, and even then it's a bit of a competition. And basically, yeah, so you're trying our pakora at home range with our sauces, and we're predominantly a street food business, but with everything that's going on, we had to diversify. But we also make our own spice blends, which is what you guys have been trying out on the barbecue today.
Okay. That's one of these here, isn't it?
Yeah, so there's 5 in the range, but I really wanted you to try the Murgi one. So Murgi means chicken in Urdu, which is the language my parents speak, and it's so versatile. You can use it for so much.
Okay, okay, yeah. So we've got that. We've just quickly. I think both Jack and I did the same thing, but we made a big bowl of chicken wings with murgy in it. How's that?
Amazing. And do you know what? I'm so glad you guys use yogurt, because actually yogurt really helps to tenderize the meat as well, and it gives this real creamy flavor to any dish, especially when you barbecue. So well done. Look at Jack. He's char grilled.
All right. What have we got here? I think that one's probably about done. Take a little bit more. Sorry, we're just flipping them over here, just making sure they're all okay.
Oh man, I'm so jealous of your weather right now.
Well, we spoke yesterday, and we were jealous of your weather.
I know, and now look at it.
So you're in the Orkney Islands. How did you come to, like, I come across this pakora stuff? I think you said it's a family recipe or something.
Yeah, that's right. So my parents are originally from Pakistan. They immigrated to London, and then we made it up to Orkney. And if anybody doesn't know where Orkney is, just Google it on a map and you will see how far north we got. And pakora for us is like tea and biscuits for you guys, if you know what I mean. It's like the go-to snack food. And basically a couple of years, well, about 18 months ago, I decided to start a street food business, and everybody in Scotland was like, please tell me you're doing pakora. And that was it. It had to be done.
There's a real Scotsman in the background here. How's that?
Richard in his kilt. Now, Hillary, do you know what a true Scotsman is?
Feel free to enlighten me.
If Richard is a true Scotsman, he shouldn't really be having any boxers on under his kilt. You see. I don't know if you're following this, but I
this
think
is a family show.
He said he's not giving away his secrets.
Is Richard a true Scotsman? This is the question. Here we go. I mean, this is a 12, right? So maybe we shouldn't.
So Orkney Islands then, is there a particular, I think it's a few islands. Just a little bit about the Orkney Islands, because we're going to go over to the butchers soon. We're going
to exactly. So there's 72 islands that make up Orkney, and I grew up on the south of the island, so South Ronaldsay. And as I said, we were one of the first Asian families on the island, so you can kind of imagine this place really became home. And actually, the butchers that you're going over to, so to Garry and Jason, I actually went to school with these boys and found out that they were doing, butchery, they're doing really well at it. We've partnered up a little bit. And yeah, so it's amazing the connections that you make in school, and you go, hey, haven't spoken to you guys for ages, but you're doing something, I'm doing something, let's come together. So it's a really lovely connection to have.
Nice, nice. All right. Well, maybe is there any stories you've got for us we can tease him with a bit later on?
Well, do you know, when I was reminiscing with Gary, I'm sure there are some stories, but he would probably kill me for telling them. But we were friends in school. Gary was very popular. Might have had a tiny little bit of a crush on Gary, you know, I'm sure, but he's married now, so it's all good. Yeah, no, we didn't get up to too much trouble in high school. Although, if Gary tells you otherwise, I'm going to deny all knowledge.
Okay. And was this high school on the Orkney Islands?
Yeah, so there's only 2 high schools in Orkney. So there's one on what we call the kind of mainland in Kirkwall, which is where I am currently, and there's one on the west of the island. So big rivalry between the 2 schools, as you can imagine.
Ah, okay. All right. And then, I mean,
They might not be as kind about you, though. They might dish the dirt.
Yeah. Listen, there is no dirt to dish on me. I was, you know, a very well behaved individual, as this face can tell, you know. So Pakora, then tell us a little bit about Pakora. I mean, to be honest, this is the first time I've ever tried Pakora. How's that? This is, well, to be honest, it doesn't surprise me, because for anybody who's watching this who's maybe south of the border, you probably haven't had pakora so often, because it tends to be south of the border, you might maybe have samosas or onion bhajis, but in Scotland we love pakora. So it's deep fried. Now traditionally it's vegetable. Vegetable pakora is the traditional potatoes, onions, and whatever veg you've got going. But in Scotland, we love a bit of chicken. And so somebody in Scotland had the brilliant idea of battering some chicken with some spices. And away we have pakora. So our pakora is our family recipe. So different parts of India and Pakistan will make pakora differently. But the murgi masala that you guys have got on your chicken wings at the moment is also the same that we use in the chicken pakora. So we marinate our chicken in that before we make the batter, and then we deep fry it. And it's, well, you guys have been trying it and loving it, so I'm pretty chuffed with that.
Very Moorish. I'm tucking in here. They're very nice.
Thank you. I mean, I had a massive argument with my mum about doing chicken pakora, because she's like, this is not traditional. We shouldn't be doing it. I'm like, Mum, you brought me up on an island in the north of Scotland. There was nothing traditional about my upbringing. So don't start now, basically.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a long story of how you got there. Like, you know, it doesn't sound like an easy place to get to.
No, so we moved up in the mid-80s, and well, there is a bit of a funny story. So basically my dad worked for, I guess at the time, it's Transport for London now, but it was under a different name. And he came up, visited his sister who happened to be here, fell in love with the place, and said to my mum, we're moving. And my mum was like, okay, I'm married, this is what you do when you're married. And so we quite literally emptied out an old red London bus kind of thing. My dad filled it up with all of our house possessions, mattresses, beds, the lot. And a bit like Cliff Richard's summer holiday, but the Asian version, we drove up to Orkney, which from London is over 12 hours drive, a 2-hour ferry. And we kept the bus for the longest time. The bus was my brother's bedroom. And actually the bus is still on the island down the road at our old neighbour's house as a greenhouse.
Wow, wow. I mean, you could probably Airbnb it nowadays.
I know, right? People would pay money for that authentic
Should have done the show from there.
Yeah, nature escape. So you cook yourself then, I'm guessing, and a lot probably, and you've had the street food vendor there. What other things do you cook, and what else do you cook with your spices, etc.?
To be honest, like, the world is your oyster. So I don't have a chefing background. I just, like you say, I just love to cook. I grew up in the kitchen with my mum, and I guess I'm a little bit kind of wanting to share that authentic experience with people, but also just show folks that you can cook whatever you want. You don't need to have a degree in cooking. You don't need to have, if you like your steak well done, have your steak well done. It's how you like it. And so well, yeah, you're going to tell me off, but it's true, right? I mean, if you like it, you like it. And so, oh gosh, I'm going to get in trouble for the well done steak reference now. Oh God. But the point is, cooking is what you make it. It shouldn't be stressful. It should be fun. Get your hands dirty, get stuck in. Medium. I like it medium well. I mean,
Garry, you said that on your show. Garry, you said that.
Yeah. Gary's going to rage at me now. But I mean, we grew up on a farm. So when we first came to Orkney, we had a small farm, very small farm, but we had cows and sheep and chicken. But yeah, so we've got a couple of other spices in the range. So if anybody likes cooking and wants to try a little bit, all we've done is taken the complexity of Indian cooking, where you need anywhere between 5 and 20 different spices for a dish, and we've just put them together in a few spice blends so that you can just try something new. Look at that. Look at those wings, baby. Look at that.
Yeah.
Can't wait till they go. So what online you sell your spices online. There's a pack available there, and it has the 5 different spices in it, I believe.
Yeah.
And then also the pakora. Do you sell the pakora online as well, or what do you sell?
Yeah, so obviously with everything that's happened with COVID and the inability to do events, we had to do something to keep the business going. So we pivoted to our pakora at home range, which is what you are trying, and all the sauces as well. So if anybody does place an order this week, obviously it won't get processed because I am enjoying a little bit of a staycation. But we do the spices, we do our own chai tea, and obviously we do the pakora. And I would say if you've never had it before, you have to try it. And even the sauces, Hills, like you were saying, like the sauces, they're all family recipes. So the pakora sauce is what my mum puts on our kitchen table. The chili lime mayo is my brother's recipe. My brother also lives in Orkney still, and he created this recipe for us because I don't like spicy food, and he was most ashamed of this. And so he's like, no, your fans want to have something spicy, so we need to give them something spicy. And so he created this for me.
Nice. Okay. What else are you looking to do with your range in the future then? You're going to come further down south?
Yeah, do you know what? We would love to start doing some events down south and bring pakora down. Like you say, you've never had it before, and a lot of folks down south haven't. But I love just cooking. You know, I want to like get some more meats in, get some more veg in, and just show people that, you know, you can just do so much with food. Even if you've not got like that kind of background, if you like being creative, just go for it. But we want you to come up to Scotland though, Hills and Jack. Like, we want you to do a Scotland barbecue lads tour.
Oh, definitely. We'll do the... Yeah, can we have the bus? Can we borrow your bus?
Yeah, my friend's got a camper van. Look, can you see at the back? That's my friend's camper van. So we'll maybe lend you a camper and we'll go to a wee tour of Scotland.
Well, the bus has got 1 bed, so I bags the bed, Jack. Unless you want to go to
And my friend was shouting through the door saying, we hope the weather will be better. So.
Oh, we'll have to do it, yeah.
Absolutely.
So if you barbecue, then what do you like barbecue? What's your favourite? Tell us about that.
Oh my God. Well, to be fair, I did get a rack of ribs off the Rendell's boys, and I actually soaked it in some of the Cold Town beer with our garam masala, so that's the green packet, because I wanted a real kind of Indian influence. And so they were like this curried set of ribs that you got, which were amazing. I love chicken. Anything with chicken is going to be a winner. I mean, I'm a red-blooded girl, right? So steak's up there, but I'll be honest, I'm just not that good at cooking steak. So if you're going to cook for me and invite me over, I'm coming. But if not, I'll be making you some chicken and ribs.
Oh, nice. We'll cook the steak, you cook the ribs. We're there.
That sounds like a deal. And we'll just bring the drinks together, right? And we've got ourselves a party.
And exactly. And then, Jack, we can stay in the bus. I bags front spoon.
You're going to stay in the bus with the plants because it's now a greenhouse.
Okay, so, well, it's wonderful talking. We're going to go over and talk to the guys now. We're going to go over and talk to Garry and his brother. Oh, quickly, what's his brother's name again?
Jason. So Garry and Jason. So Garry and I were in the same class. Jason was in the same year as my brother. Like, it's Orkney, you know, everybody knows everybody, but these are really good lads, you know, and it's great to just be connected with them again and doing something like this.
Nice. Well, awesome. We're going to cook some more of your food and do some nice photographs, etc., and get them over to you. And yeah, good luck with your ventures, and I hope the pakora goes really well. Delicious. If you haven't tried it before, like I hadn't, it's gold. Like you say, it'd be a perfect pub snack.
Oh yeah, pakora beer, pakora gin, like, it's really, really good. So get stuck in, and massive thank you. My holiday starts now because this is me off the clock. So wishing you a great Saturday afternoon and a cheers from Orkney.
all the best. Thanks, Sheetal. Thank you, and have a good day.
Bye.
All the best, buddy. And don't forget to save it.
Oh yeah, save it now.